he's doing good. How does it feel to be back? What's going on, everyone? Togavor here, and today I'm bringing you guys the playoffs of the NPL. I'll be going through my playoff matches as far as I go. You'll see where that ends up. But yeah, this took a while after my movie episode, as I called it, even though it ended up not being long at all because I went into no depth and was kind of a crazy person, but that's alright. So if you did manage to get to the end of that, you do know that we did end up making the playoffs at a 6-4 plus 6 record, I do believe, getting second in our division and third in our conference. So that was enough to put us into the wild card round, where we'll be facing our division rival from this season, Dallas Boyd 1992. In both of our matchups, he managed to defeat us. The first one was early in the season, and this basically came down to hacks, where he hacked me very badly. And the second one, we were both essentially locks for the playoffs at that point, so we both just kind of went crazy with the sets and did a little Hito Fajita Cheeto Burrito style stuff, you know what I mean? But so this week is playoffs, and it really matters. So of course, I only spend 10 minutes prepping my team. We'll see how that works out in the battle. But so I kind of go crazy in team prepping. So right here we have a set that's substitute. So it's our Curum Filibuster. I haven't brought this thing against him in either match because I didn't have it in the first one, and I just wanted to save it this set, or possibly a spec set in the second one, because I didn't want him to know I was planning to use it. But it's this one is Substitute Toxic Ice Beam Earth Power, and so this moveset basically allows it to take down his walls and a lot of his offensive threats. Ice Beam for things like Tornadus. Earth Power hits like the Mega Man Electric, and then Empoleon's the most specific thing. And then Sub and Toxic are so it can hopefully beat things like the Cresselia on his team. Next we have very standard dot Mega Pinsir, Swords Dance, Return, Quick Attack, kind of necessary things for his team, close combat, to take care of the Empoleon. This is something I did not have the first match, and I think is really nice. It gives me an actual solid switch into the Tornadus, but I have myself as Electra using Volt Switch knockoff, Hidden Power Ice, Giga Drain, and so far these sets, I mean, the Curum set's creative, but it's not like, it's not Hito Fajita. But you see right here, I just have my standard Hippowdon for his team. I might have ran the same exact set last time, except I think I had Stone Edge last time, but this time I have Toxic. So I can at least hit Cress or Tornadus T with this to wear them down. And so you might have noticed I skipped over 2 sets. This is because I went crazy. So I was like, well, this thing can't sweep him, as it kind of proved last time. But looking at his team, his switch-ins are really Cresselia and then Empoleon and maybe Cloyster. None of those things can do a ton to me unless the Cloyster runs Poison Jab again. So let me run defensive. It gives me a switch into Entei, which I didn't really have a comfortable one before. Latias is only an okay switch in, because it doesn't mind taking the burn and it resists its moves. And then I'm running Whirlpool, Perish Song, Sleep Talk, Rest. We'll see how this works out. I'm running Thick Fat. I'm taking nothing from that Entei. If he does decide to bring it, which he hasn't brought it yet. Well, he brought a Subcalm Mind one in a Week 9 battle, as you guys saw if you watched that one. But he didn't bring it our first time in a serious way, so I expected it this time. And then this is a set that I haven't brought Sword Power, Calm Mind, Latias all year. I might not have even brought Calm Mind, Latias all year, which I don't know why I didn't really. I'm not really sure if this is the best thing. You'll see how it works out in the game. But Colberberry, Substitute, Calm Mind, Roost. So I kind of went for it this week, which I haven't done as much in the regular season, and I think it fits the way I play a little bit more, just kind of YOLOing it. I was also out of practice for this game, but yeah. So I'm gonna go try to dig up this replay from somewhere, and I will catch you guys in a second. Alright, so as you can see here, we found the battle again, and he brought 5 of the same ones as he brought the first week we played him. I'm just basically discounting that Week 9 game because it didn't matter. But he brought the Entei this time instead of the Mega Man Electric, which actually, considering that I brought the Azu, I'm really thankful for that. I get why he didn't bring the Mega Man Electric. I have Curum, I have Latias, I have Hippo, and I have an Electros, so it'd only be able to take out 2 members of my team with any sort of reliability. So I think it was actually much better for him to do that, but I'm still just glad to see the team he brought. It's essentially what I thought he would bring, but I wasn't feeling super confident going into this match. Yeah, so right here, I just decided to lead with my Electros. I think it's my best lead because I have the Giga Drain to hit his thing, and his Rhyperior, and Yeah, but I don't want to take a sacred fire from this Entei and Volt switch out, so I just go straight into my Zoom roll, and it does 10%, and that is looking fine, and from the calc I couldn't tell if he was choice banded or not because of rolls, but I just go straight for a Whirlpool, and I trap his Clayster, and I'm able to start wearing it down, which is nice. Right here I switch out because he ran the Poison Jab last time and I was scared of again, but he goes for the Rock Blast. And of course, Skill Link is going to get 5 hits, and it does a pretty good amount, but here I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, I have no reason not to. He goes into the Cresselia, which is fine. I'm just kind of feeling him out here at this point, but I go into my Kyurem. And right here is where I test to see if he has Moonblast or not. Oh no, I don't. I just Toxic him, in case he does have Moonblast, and he does show it, and it would break my set. So I'm very happy with that, but I needed to get the Toxic on this Crest, especially because he didn't bring Granbull, which means no Cleric, which means this Crest will be dying this game. And because I Toxic the Crest, I know it's not going to be able to sweep me at all. My Powdon is very bulky and able to take that on, and I want to get my Rocks up to start wearing around his team, or force him to defog and give me, or rapid spin with his Cloyster to give me more offensive pressure. But he goes into his Cloyster here, and I just stay in here predicting him to rapid spin, and I get my own Toxic off, and we trade Toxics here, but I'm really okay with this, because now with 2 of his bulkier Mons getting worn down, especially if you noticed, this Cresselia is kind of really annoying to my team in general. So yeah, it's really nice that it's worn down. But right here, he's going to Icicle Spear me, and I actually really like the position I'm in, because he can outspeed me and knock me out, but that means he won't get a spin, and he'll get worn down by Toxic, which is what ends up by happening, or he could spin, but then I would not get his Cloyster. So I felt like I was really in command at this point of the battle. Though I may be down him on, at this point, he has the Rock Blast, the Icicle Spear, and if he had the Poison Jab, I think he would have gone for it before, so I don't think he has it. So I go into my Azumarill, and I just click the rest here to be safe, and I heal back up, and at this point, looking at his team, I'm feeling very confident, because I really don't think he can kill this thing. His Crest is Toxic, so yeah, that's kind of taken care of to an extent. His Tornastherian is most likely carrying Sludge Bomb, I thought, and so that's the thing I think I was most scared of taking it out, and so predicting that Sludge Bomb, I'm going to go straight into my Powdon, but he reveals the Taunt, which is annoying. Really good bring on his part. Right here, I just go for the Slack off predicting the Hurricane, but he gets the Confusion Hacks again, just like he did in that Week 3 match. But that's alright. He says in the chat right there, if you guys can see the beginning of that message, he says, just like old times, yay. But I really thought he had the Grass Knot there, and so I just wanted to cure him on kind of a gut play, and it ended up working out really well. I'm surprised with myself looking even back on this, how well I really played in this game. But right here, I get a really unfortunate freeze, because although he does have Scald, and he's going to be able to thaw out immediately, it's going to give me the free substitute. And you're going to see this comes up really big because of the item that he's carrying, and he ended up, I think I still would have ended up, I think I'd still win anyway, without that freeze. Spoilers, I end up winning this game. I shouldn't have said that. I'll probably edit that out. But I don't think you'll see in the long run that it really mattered. Because I did do a calc afterward and say he ended up being, actually I'm gonna pause it right here. He ended up being offensive with agility and like Ice Beam and shit. The thing is, without Life Orb, he can't OHKO my Mega Pinsir, so my Mega Pinsir could have came in, and even if he did outspeed me and Ice Beam me, I would have lived at about 10 or 15%, taking him out of the close combat. So I don't think it really would have mattered. Gotta make a note to myself to edit something out. Just a second, I'm really sorry, guys. 9 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so here we are. He makes a good play there, switching out. I had no reason to overpredict, but he misses the Hurricane here, which is really unfortunate for him. But I do Toxic and not Ice Beam just because I thought he would U-turn here. For some reason in my head, that's just what he would do. U-turn out to get like more Regenerator back and go into something else. Mainly his Entei on the Ice Beam there. I thought that's what he'd be trying to do, pivot in Entei to be able to take me out. But He doesn't, and I could have just Ice Beam and knocked him out, but he knocked me out with the Hurricane there. But right here, I go into my Latios because he's shown nothing that would let him knock my Latios out with his Tornadus, and I set up a Calm Mind. And I take his Cloyster out with a stored power as I do so, and then I just get behind his subs to do his Crest Calm Minds, but he's on that timer with that Toxic. And I'm feeling really good about this. I just decided to put up another Calm Mind because I know if I have that +1 advantage, a Moonblast will not be breaking my Substitute. So right here, I do believe I just decided to Roost here. Oh, I go for another Calm Mind. I should have Roosted there probably just to play it a little bit safer. Though it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be able to set up another sub and then Roost. So, and I'm gonna win the Calm Mind war here because of stored power as well as just affected Latios. The Crest is Toxic, so it's definitely going to go down. That Toxic plan worked out well, running Toxic on a couple of mons. So yeah, I'm Roosted, I'm at 50%, and then right here, I get up my sub, I'm at 50%, and he Moonblasts me, doesn't break, his Crest will go down to the Toxic, and I'm sitting with my 50% Latios behind the sub, 2.5 boosts on both. I know his Tornadus it's not going to be able to, like, I mean, sure, you can U-turn out and fiddle around, but, give me my HP. And right here, I don't want to have the Mega Horn, and I go for the Stored Power and it kills. I'm non-offensive Latios. That was insane. And right here, he gives me the GG, and it is indeed a good game, because that Hurricane is going to do 0. He's going to get the Confusion, I'm going to hit myself, but it does 0. I believe he does U-turn here, which is the correct play to make for himself, yeah, because he get a little bit more damage off me. I'm physically defensive as a backup check for the Ante, if I didn't mention that in my team builder portion of this, but I snap out here, and Stored Power is easily able to knock that out. And he goes back in his Tornadus, and if I remember correctly, he gets another Confusion here. Or no, he misses, and I just take him out with the Stored Power. I don't know why I remember that for some reason, but that's the end of that. I win 4-0 commandingly with some crazy cool sets that I didn't even think to bring in games past, and built on a whim in 10 minutes, and I was really happy with this battle, and it really actually got me to start playing Pokemon again. I hadn't enjoyed Pokemon really for the last bit leading up to this match. I've been busy with school stuff in the show, but you guys don't want to hear me complain about that. So I'm going to click pause, and just in the same video, I'm going to show you my team that I brought against Trev in the Conference Championships. Be right back. Alright, so going up against Trev the second time of the season, I decided to bring a similar team to the one I did last time, plus a Zoomerl, because it does a lot of work. I brought basically standard banded Zoomerl with some speed to make sure I outspeed a Sylveon, and some other things that I'm going to go into. Again, I'm bringing a mainly specially defensive Arcanine to help take on his Kyurem and his Victini, with the Toxic, the Flamethrower, the Morning Sun, the Extreme Speed Flamethrower, because he has things like Lander's Tea and stuff like that. Doublade that'll take significantly more from Flamethrower instead of Flare Blitz, and I don't have to take that recoil, which is really nice for me. I'm bringing a Book Your Latias with the Yachi Berry this time, so I can take one hit from Kyurem guaranteed. I have the a Bix defensive Sprout with enough speed to outspeed his Kyurem. I'll still O-code after Stealth Rocks with the Draco Meteor, the Thunder Wave to slow down things like Victini and Kyurem, and then just Roost and Defog to keep hazards off and keep myself healthy. I'm running an Expert Belt and Fernape with Flamethrower, Grass Knot, Mach Punch, Earthquake. Enough speed to outspeed base 100s, i.e. his Victini and also his Kyurem at 95 speed, mostly physically offensive. Flamethrower, Grass Knot, Mach Punch, Earthquake. Earthquake is the biggest change from last time. Grass Knot to hit Mega Blastoise, Earthquake because I didn't have anything to hit Victini last time, and that's what lost me the game. We have Mega Panzer with Quick Attack Return, Knockoff, and Facade Knockoff. For that, for the Doublade, if he says to bring it, gonna really wear it down. And then also, I'm bringing Facade because if I get Toxic or Burn, say he brings Will-O-Wisp, Victini or something, and catching me with that, I'm gonna be putting out even more damage. And then we just have my standard Hippowdon, basically the same set I brought against Dallas, with a little bit more physical investment to take a possible V-Create from Victini. But I may have rushed through this a little bit, but yeah, that's just what I came up with. Looking back on it, I'm really disappointed that I didn't try to go outside of the box more from what I brought last time, but I thought what I brought last time would have worked better if it wasn't for the hacks, and it would have. but I just didn't think. So yeah, that's basically what I'm building, and I'm bringing, not building, I already built it, and I'll hop into the replay in just a minute. Alright, so looking at team preview, he brought the things I pretty much expected. His superior and Heliolisk won't be able to do really anything to me because of my Arcanine. It's holding a lot of his team in check, to be honest. If I was in a better mind playing this game, what I should have just saw is if I beat Kieran Black and Blastoise, Arcanine won the game. Or basically, it can take on 3 of his mons defensively, so if I wear down the other 3, it should be able to clean up. But I just decided to lead Infernape here, as it has a pretty good matchup versus this team. And this first play, so I just click Flamethrower right away, thinking he'll like overpredict or predict me to Focus Slash and not want it, or he just won't want to take a close combat from me, even though I don't have it. And so I really thought he'd switch out. First of all, that was my first thought, but I'm like, wait, Trev doesn't play that way. He's gonna go for the ballsy move, and so because I don't have any move to OHKO him, I should have brought close combat, but I didn't. Really bit me in the ass. I canceled and decided to go into Latias, and I'm not bullshitting you guys about this, but Showdown in general, you can ask everyone there, Showdown in general is being super laggy the time we had this play. So I don't go into Latias, and I go for my initial play, which is a Flamethrower, predicting him to switch out, and he OHKOs me with an Earth Power, and so already, I'm kind of downtrodden on this game, and I'm just like, whatever. So I go into Latias to scare him out, and I predict him to go, so I'm like, okay, I gotta be aggressive to get back into this game. I have to be aggressive, and so I knew he would switch out there, because Trev's a really good friend of mine, and I haven't beaten him in this format, but I do have a really good idea of how he plays, and he likes to play aggressive and then make the safe play to back it up to try to mess with you as you predict him to make the aggressive play again. So I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna go aggressive again, because I really thought that's what I had to do, and it worked out. I get his Sylveon into my Zoomerl, and because I'm banded and I have speed investment, it seems to be a favorable matchup for me. He crits me with the Hyper Voice, outspeeds me, and I miss the play rough. And this is huge because I don't know exactly what his spread is, but like, based on that damage of the play rough, I'm really thinking he's like really offensive. I mean, maybe not actually, but he's speedy, and like that play rough would have done so much damage. And I missed the Toxic on the Blastoise. So I just decided, whatever, sack it at this point. At this point, I gave up. Like, he gets a crit there, not that it really matters. As you can see, I basically wanted to quit after this. I'm like, let me go in here. He pulls out the HP Electric and kills me. I was so out of this game. Like, it's not even funny. So, it's gonna go on for quite a while, but like, I was pissed off because, and it's not Trev's fault at all. Don't think that I'm blaming Trev at all. It was 0% his fault, but I had really been looking forward to this game as kind of a game for me to get like my name back after we played in week 2 and he hacks me at the beginning, and that heavily affected the game, though I still could have won it without it. And Trev was great about it. Trev is a fantastic person. I'm kind of hard on him sometimes, maybe not the nicest person. Nobody's perfect, but he's a great friend of mine, and shout out to him for just being a great friend, especially with this match. And I'm not even really commentating this. If you guys are paying attention, good for you. But I know at this point I've lost. Yeah, I got to the point where, like, to win this game I needed him to miss that Rock Slide, and hey, look, another crit. Had he missed that Rock Slide, I actually had a decent chance to just basically win with Pinsir, plus a Cowdon to take on his Heliolisk. But like, right here I predicted him to switch out on my Toxic because he seemed toxic. And right here, do I just predict him to switch? No, I don't. I just go for Toxic here. But it's like, it's just so irritating. Like, I don't know. It just dropped me out of the match. And this is why, right here I predicted him to go into his Kyurem, because he hadn't tried U-turn yet on Blandress, and I just really thought that was the play I had to make. But he doesn't, and he just doubles, or he turns into Superior, and Superior's going to clean up this game for him. So good game to Trev. He obviously did his homework and prepped well, as you can see with his Blastoise set and shit with the HP. And I don't even try to heal right here. I'm just so done with this game. I was really disheartened by this. But shout out to Trev. He played a good game, and I'm definitely cheering for him in the championship versus Cheeseboy628, who also basically won his game due to hacks. Though, like, I'm not saying, like, this isn't the kind of hacks where, like, I would have won the game. Like, I'm not saying I would have won this game. without the hacks. I don't know. I mean, there's a good chance I still would have lost. But, like, I didn't even get to play the game because of hacks. And that just upset me. Sorry for not necessarily the best narration. This has been more of me talking about Pokemon in general, especially the second one. But that was our Season 3. We made it to the Conference Championship, better than we did last time. We got a similar record, like, win percentage-wise, 6-4, 8-6. We made it to the playoffs twice. Like, I'm happy with how I've performed in the NPL overall so far, but I think next season I really just want to step it up. So, anyways, yeah, we're actually going to be hopping on to Season 4, like, pretty soon, which I am very excited about this next season. It's going to be a blast. Got a couple of new people. I will have a video coming up soon with more details about that when our draft is finished and such. But yeah, I really hope you guys did manage to enjoy this somehow. But anyways, classic me outro. I'm Togavor, you're yourself. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.